Senator Miville-Dechên joins us now on Forum Daily. Ma'am, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you have been pushing for Bill S-203 even before the New York Times expose was released. So what led to the creation of this bill, and why is it needed at this time, ma'am?
Well, because there's absolutely nothing to protect children, teens, to exposure to porn online. Nothing. So you can be a kid, you can just click on Pornhub, for example. They will ask you, are you 18? You answer yes, and they will let you in like that with absolutely no age verification. Well, for me, this was unacceptable because, as you know, in real life, if you want to go to an 18-plus movie, you need to show an identity card. If you want to go in a porn shop, you do that too. Porn is an adult industry. So how come our kids, and the average age is 11-year-old for a kid to be exposed to porn? So that's pretty young. So how come our kids have absolutely no barrier to go on porn sites? There's Pornhub, the biggest, but there's about 4 million porn sites around the world. So it's dangerous. A lot of scientific studies have shown that there are links between children watching porn and some harms, like becoming a compulsive consumer, having the potential of being more aggressive, how they see gender, women, because porn nowadays is not what it used to be. It's hardcore, it's often violent, it's degrading for women. I've been on those sites for my research, and really, yes, it's adult entertainment, but when children see that, it can be really, really complicated for them, and there's no reason why they should have access to it.
Now, we know that MindGeek is the parent company of multiple porn sites. So has there been any further investigation into sites other than Pornhub to see if they host similar videos related to sex abuse, sex trafficking, and rape, ma'am?
Well, not that I know of. And so that's why it's so interesting that the New York Times did this very thorough investigation on the biggest. You know, Pornhub is the biggest porn site. So, and also, it's not only the New York Times. For 1 year, Californian women named Layla Michaelwelt did a campaign on the web with petitions being signed against Pornhub, and she found all kinds of stuff that was illegal. And we also have on Pornhub young women and families that have complained, and cases that have become public of minors being seen on Pornhub in sexual exploitation activities. So it's very for me, it was a wake-up call. MindGeek is in Montreal, like not far from my home, and there's no reason why there shouldn't be looked at very, very seriously. And our extra responsibility is that it's a Canadian company, obviously with linked in Luxembourg and everywhere, but it's based in Canada. And I think we have an extra responsibility not to accept that it shows sexual exploitation of children and non-consensual sex too.
And we know that Canadian Heritage Minister Stephen Guilbeault is set to introduce legislation around removing illegal content online. So what do we know so far about this upcoming legislation, ma'am? And we've got about 30 seconds left.
So this was another result, I would say, of the New York Times article. The minister was working on it, but he was incited to go faster because of all the scandals. So it would be a regulator, Canadian regulator, who would slap fines that could be in the millions to digital platforms who would not take off illegal material. So Facebook, Twitter, but also I hope porn sites, and they would have to be much more quick and to take away to the material that's illegal, like sexual exploitation, but also hate speech, violent content. So it's a very wide bill. We haven't seen it yet, but it's time that something could be done, because criminal law obviously has not been sufficient to stop companies like that to let illegal material be uploaded on their site.